Hi guys, this is Cody, and today I'm going to be doing kind of a different video today. So I'm actually going to be listing off and very quickly reviewing every movie that I watched in 2020. And so I would do a longer review for each movie, but since I have watched 251 movies last year, there's no way I'm going to be able to do like very long interviews. I mean, not interviews, reviews for each movie because the video would end up being like 250 minutes at the very least. And so I'm just going to be going through and just saying off every movie I watched and just a brief thought of like what I thought of it and like where it stands with other movies, whether or not it was memorable, just going through each of them. I wanted to do this video before the end of January, just so it was still fresh in the new year. And so, yeah, here we go. So, we're starting now with pre-quarantine. Number 1, Star Trek Beyond. This one's interesting because I actually watched it the very beginning of, the very beginning of 2020, but I actually started it on New Year's Eve and finished it in 2020. It's okay, not bad movie. It was pretty alright. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, it was fun. It was like, of course, I didn't take it too seriously. I don't hate on the sequels too much. It's a fun movie, whatever. Knives Out, really good. I liked it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's for free on Prime Video. The Devil Inside, it was bad. I feel like it was going somewhere cool, and it started out good, and it had some fresh ideas, and then it just ended abruptly. For anyone who wanted to see it, I'm sorry if that was like a spoiler for you, but not that great. Paranormal Activity, the first one, I liked it. I thought it was cool. Had a cool, creepy ambience to it. 63 Up, the documentary, I liked it a lot. Really heartfelt, beautiful. Spies in Disguise, yeah, it was fun. I liked it. Cats, it was terrifying. One of the worst movies I've seen ever. The Uninvited, super unmemorable 2009 horror movie. Little Women, the new one, I liked it. It was really cute. I actually watched it twice. The Grudge 2020, it's bad. Had some cool visual elements, but it's like a 2 out of 10 movie, and that's being very generous. I didn't like it. It's gross and not scary. 1917, good movie, really well done. The Peanut Butter Falcon, I like that one. It was really heartfelt, good feel-good movie. Just Mercy, yeah, it was all right. I like that one. It was fine. The Ruins, not that good. Case 39, also not great. In fact, I made fun of it a lot while watching it. Friday the 13th, the original, it's not as great as people say it is. It's just mainly has clout because it's nostalgic, but it's alright. Rabbit Hole, that movie may be one of my new favorite movies of all time. I really liked it, really well done. The Haunting from 1999, it's stupid, but it's fun-ish. It's not that great. Dragon Ball Z, The Return of Cooler. So I'm just going to be totally honest here. So I watched a ton of Dragon Ball movies this year, and I don't remember any of them because they were all in Japanese and they had Arabic subtitles, so it was okay. I just don't remember it. Color Out of Space, cool movie. Richard Stanley made a really cool return. I liked it a lot. It was kind of the ultimate midnight movie. I liked it. Twisted, The Untold Story of a Royal Vizier. It was funny. If you like parody and satire, that one's for you. Countdown, it sucked. Salo or The 120 Days of Sodom. It's alright. It's actually not as disturbing as people say it is. That's my opinion, but I wasn't very disturbed by it. And I've seen a lot of disturbing movies, and I'm not trying to sound edgy here. Like, I thought Kids was disturbing. I thought a Serbian film was really disturbing. I did not think Salo was that disturbing, though. Twilight, the 2008 Robert Pattinson vampire movie, of course. It's fun. It sucks. It's really stupid and it's terrible, but it's addictive. House of the Dead, horrible. You guys already know that, though. It's Uwe Boll. It's terrible. Still in Pre-Quarantine, number 27, Jojo Rabbit. Yeah, it's a good movie. I liked it. The Gentleman, it's fun. Yeah, I liked it. Gretel and Hansel, it's only good for the visuals, nothing else. The Crow, great movie. The Turning, it's not good. Pain and Glory, I loved it. Very beautiful, very just lovely movie. Excuse me. Birds of Prey, not that great. I saw it twice for some reason. Don't ask why, but I saw it twice. Not great. Love Story. I did like that one a lot, actually. Sonic the Hedgehog was a movie that I liked a lot more than I thought I would. Lean on Pete, new favorite movie in my list. Very beautiful. I cried my eyes out. Fantasy Island, it sucked. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. It's okay. It's not bad. It's alright. I mean, again, it's like I don't really see why people go crazy about it, but it's alright. It's, yeah. 150 Miles, it's really bad. No one knows what it is, but it's bad. Don't watch it. The Lodge. It was okay. It was kind of a Hereditary knockoff, but it's okay. My Hero Academia, Two Heroes. It was a fun movie. The Invisible Man, that one was fun. I liked it. New Moon, Twilight 2. It's bad, but it's fun to watch. It's really bad, but it's fun. Steel, also really bad. The Shaquille O'Neal movie. Really bad, but I did have fun watching it because it's terrible. Blade 2, it's okay. THX 1138, cool movie. Escape from Tomorrow, absolute garbage. The acting was horrible. The plot was stupid. The only cool thing, the only reason I didn't give it a 1 out of 10 is because the guerrilla filmmaking style was actually really impressive, and I'm like, that doesn't deserve a 1. But, like, you know, that was actually really admirable, but it was a lot of hard work for nothing. So, Captain Fantastic, great movie. Manos, The Hands of Fate, you already know, it sucks. Possum, it's a good movie. It's that, what's his name? Sean Harris, yeah. He's from Mission Impossible movies. He did a really good job, and it was really just a showcase for his acting chops. Not really for all tastes. It's, really artsy, but I liked it. The Call of the Wild, the new one, it was okay. Like, it's a good family movie. Had fun visuals. Some of it did look kind of jarring, but whatever, I liked it. Still in quarantine. I mean, now we're in quarantine. That was pre-quarantine, all those movies I listed. Now this is quarantine. 52, Bloodshot. Bloodshot's one of those movies where it's like, it's a superhero movie and it kind of felt like a callback to like before the MCU was a big thing in like the 90s, early 2000s superhero movies. So that was refreshing, but it wasn't that good. Romeo and Juliet, the 60s one, it was good. I liked it. The Seven Dwarfs to the Rescue, it's like an old Italian movie. It's not great. Blue Velvet, really good. I want to watch more David Lynch this year. That's my resolution. Swallow, good movie, really good. It was unexpectedly dark, and I love that. Harriet, it was okay. Shark Exorcist, it's terrible, and you know that. Stand By Me, it was all right. I actually, it was good. It was good. It was more than all right. It was good. The Craft, that's ultimate guilty pleasure for me. Lots of, goth chicks. Lots of just awesome 90s music. I loved it. Iron Soldier, bad movie. Pi, good movie. I liked it a lot. I love everything Darren Aronofsky. He's like my favorite director, so you guys should know that. Buckaroo Banzai. It was ridiculous and weird, but it was fun. The thing though is like it had so many weird things going on that it almost felt like boring, and it felt like it didn't take full force of its weirdness, but that was just me. Blood Tea and Red String, it was kind of tedious, but it had a lot of like, how did they do that type moments. It's a stop motion film. It took like 13 years to make, and just because of that, it's impressive. So it's like it's all right. Like it's just I didn't find it very intriguing all the time, but the animation's incredible, so it's not bad. Harold and Maude, I loved that movie. Really good. Pretty in Pink, it's overhyped. It's not that great. In fact, I thought it was kind of stupid. Carnival of Souls, that's a cool movie actually, and it's actually filmed. I live in Utah, and it was filmed in Salt Lake City primarily, and it's cool seeing like old Salt Lake City, and you're like, oh hey, what? And no, it's just a trippy, fun old movie. Tarzan of the Apes from 1918. For a movie being that old, it was enjoyable to watch. It's a little time capsule piece. Alice in Wonderland from 1915. Another time capsule piece. The quality I watched of it wasn't that great. So, but that must have just been because it's old, but it's not bad. Tetsuo the Iron Man, the Japanese film. It's fun. It's a cool movie. It's weird, not for everyone, but I loved it. Maniac from 1934. I don't remember hardly anything about that movie. I just remember a guy with a thick accent and a mustache, and it was in black and white. That's all I remember. The Beast of Yucca Flats, another one that's bad. It's a B movie, but it was a quick watch. It's like 58 minutes, so marked it off the list. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That movie is another guilty pleasure. I had a lot of fun watching it, and I know it's stupid. I laughed a lot. I thought it was super funny. Deathbed, the Bed That Eats, it's bad. Dragon Slayer, the 80s one. That one was super cool. Kind of another one of those like Star Wars wannabes. It even had Ian McDiarmid, who would end up playing the Emperor in Star Wars, but it's cool. It's a fun movie. I'd say it's underrated. It's a lot of fun. I liked it. Still in Quarantine. The Phantom with Billy Zane. That movie's overhated. It's a fun movie, and it's just, I liked it. It was cool. The Hole in the Ground. One of the not as great A24 movies. It's not bad, not great. Just kind of in the middle. Wonder, it was cute. Had a lot of good messages and themes. Troop Zero, really cute movie. I loved it. The Cabin in the Woods. I don't rewatch movies very often, but I actually watched that one twice this year because I thought it was so fun. Scary Stories, the documentary about Alvin Schwartz of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. It's a cool movie. I liked it. It was had a lot of really interesting facts and background about the Scary Stories books, and I like that. The Toxic Avenger from the 80s. No, it's schlocky, and it's supposed to be stupid, but I liked it. Not bad. Taxi Driver, of course, it's a good movie. You all know that. It's not like my favorite movie in the world, and I'm not like gonna be one of those art film kids who's like, oh yes, it's incredible, but it's a good movie. It's not bad. When Trumpets Fade, it's a HBO TV movie from the 90s, war movie. It's good. I liked it. Yeah, it was solid. And it has Ron Eldard, I think, and I like him, so Don't Smoke That Cigarette, some weird documentary avant-garde movie I don't really know. Is something Kenneth Anger made. The guy who didn't like musicals, another Star Kid thing that they did, Twisted, Royal Vizier, and I actually liked that one a lot. My sister got me into these. The Taking from 2013. It's said to be one of the worst movies, and a lot of people on IMDb hated it. Thing is, for me, I saw the trailer back in 2013. I liked the trailer. I thought it looked atmospheric. The movie isn't as bad for me anyways as people say it is. There are some cool shots, but it's pretty stupid, and it is pretty bad. It's one of the most ridiculous movies I've ever watched, and it makes no fucking sense, but yeah. Ju-on, The Grudge, the original, it's cool, it's creepy. It's disjointed, but it's alright. The Velocipaster, that is a really goofy-ass movie, and it's stupid. I loved it. The Secret Lives of Dorks, terrible movie. I watched it because it looked bad, and I regret it. The Dog of Flanders, the animated one. Another one to add to my new favorites list, I cried my eyes out. Scott's Pizza Tours. That was a documentary about a guy who really likes pizza. And it was interesting. Pretty sure the guy has Asperger's. I have Asperger's, and I thought that was cool. I like that. Sweet movie. That movie was weird. They should have called it Weird Movie. The ending was hard to watch. It was so disgusting. It was really gross. But it was also really artful, and it had a lot of cool moments and stuff. But it was also really weird and really disgusting, and there was a lot of vomiting and pissing and pooping and nudity, and it was kind of off-putting, but, you know, to each their own. The Poughkeepsie tapes. So that one was kind of like another movie I watched last year, Megan is Missing. That's on my channel, my reaction. Really bad movie, but it felt a lot better than Megan is Missing, but it's not difficult to be better than Megan is Missing. It's like this found footage murder mystery type movie. Not that great. Fast Color. That movie was good. It's like kind of an independent superhero-ish type movie. It's really good. I mean, there were some parts you could tell it was more on the low budget side, but I liked it. It had a great message. Really, really beautiful movie. Yeah, it was good. I Don't Want to Be a Man. That one, it's like some 20s like movie in black and white. I had a hard time getting through it. I thought it was boring. Martyrs from 2008. That movie is brutal. It's intense, and you know, like you'll hear other people say it's one of the most disturbing movies. I mean, for me, I wouldn't say it's like the most, but it's up there. It's brutal. It's really dark. 98, West and Soda. That is a 60s Italian, what is it, a spaghetti western parody, and it's animated, and it feels like an Italian, like, Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and I had a lot of fun watching that one. It's really funny. Woman Walks Ahead. It's an A24 movie about Sitting Bull. It felt really historically inaccurate, and I mean, I wasn't a fan of that. What I did like, though, is the cinematography. In fact, I would actually, like, while I was watching it, I'd be like, look at that shot. That's incredible. It was really good. Low Tide. Another A24 movie, and it's honestly, you know, actually one of my favorite A24 movies now that I think about it. It's greatly underappreciated. I really liked it. Excuse me. The Disaster Artist, another A24 movie. I was kind of just trying to watch a lot of A24, so I haven't seen the movie The Room all the way through, but I mean, this one was cool. I liked it. It was funny. It had a lot of interesting depictions of just what it's like to work with a narcissist and someone who's delusional. I don't like James Franco that much for, you know, reasons of allegations or whatever, but I mean, he did a good job. It was all right. It was good. I liked it. Let's see. Still in Quarantine. Dragon Ball Z, Super Android 13. Like I said, I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z movies because they were short and I could mark them off the list because they are technically feature films. I don't remember this one too well. It was okay, I'm sure. Arctic with Moss Mikkelsen. It was intense. I enjoyed it a lot. I wish I could have seen that one in theaters, though. The Kid with Charlie Chaplin. Really cute, heartfelt, well done piece of cinema history. Maniac from 1980. That's one of those schlocky movies that I feel like deserves more credit than Friday the 13th. Sue me. I liked it a lot. It's weird. It's brutal. It's a cool movie. Battle Beyond the Stars. It's not that great. Roger Corman movie. Deathstalker. Hardly remember that one. Some cheesy, schlocky 80s movie with lots of nudity. It's like sword and sandal. Macbeth from 2015. I liked it. I had a hard time following the dialogue because it's all in Shakespearean and stuff, and I'm like, what are they talking about? But I did like it. It was visually awesome, had a lot of great actors. Love Jack Rayner, love Michael Fassbender. Possessor by Brandon Cronenberg. That's probably the best movie of 2020. One of them. It was really, it emulated a lot of Cronenberg, Dave Cronenberg. It was brutal, psychedelic, cool movie. Dragon Ball Z, Cooler's Revenge, don't remember. It was okay. Rushmore, okay. Y'all are gonna hate me for this, but I didn't think Rushmore was that great. Out of all the Wes Anderson movies I've seen, it's by far my least favorite. It felt disjointed. It went on forever. Not my favorite. It was funny sometimes, but Scoob, cute movie, good for the kids. Under the Skin, that movie was weird. It's one of those movies that you could take a picture of like a different scene like 10 times, like 10 different scenes, and people would think they're all from a different movie. That's how weird it was. It was cool though. I liked it. A Ghost Story from 2017, another A24 movie. I loved it. It was beautiful. I know people hate it for being boring and pretentious, but I honestly, I loved it. It made me cry. Where are we? Brawl in Cell Block 99 with Vince Vaughn. It was a cool movie. It was brutal. I loved it. Really cool. His character made John Wick look like Pee Wee Herman. I Am Here Now, Neil Breen. That's the one good thing about 2020. It was the year I discovered Neil Breen. I Am Here Now is a perfect film. I loved it. Where am I now? Double Down. Better Than I Am Here Now. It's another Neil Breen movie. It's also one that I added onto my list because it's perfect. Great movie. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. So I actually watched this one with a friend over video chat, and so I didn't know all of what was going on because I couldn't hear the dialogue too well, but I mean, it was okay. Goodfellas, of course, you guys know that's a good movie. It's good. One that I'm not going to add to my list because, you know, it's just not really totally my favorite, but it's good. Wonder Woman, fun movie. I liked it. It was fun. Good Time was a good time. I like that movie. It's, you know, I watched Uncut Gems last year, and I like the Safdie brothers. I like Robert Pattinson. I love the psychedelic neon stuff they got going on and all the crazy, you know, just suspense and tension, making people uncomfortable. It was cool. Crazy Heart with Jeff Bridges. It was a good movie. My Neighbor Totoro, probably one of the cutest movies I've seen in my life. I also want to make it a goal this year to watch all Ghibli movies. My Neighbor Totoro might be one of my favorites. A Town Called Panic, an animated movie. It was funny. It was goofy and clever. Trainspotting. I may actually add that one to my new favorites list. It was really good. I loved it. The Trail to Oregon, another Star Kid one. I quote that one a lot. It's funny and it's got some funny vulgar jokes. I liked it. It was great. Right, still in quarantine. Hold on. Okay. The Stuff, the 80s movie. It was fun. Yeah, it was. Yeah, lots of quotable moments. The Shawshank Redemption, yes, it was my first time watching that one all the way through in 2020. Sue me again. Really good movie, but, you know, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but it's good. I liked it. It was good. Radar Secret Service, it's a bad movie, and it's not good. Life of Brian, it was funny. I love Monty Python. Dragon Ball Z, Attack Super Warriors, I don't remember it. One Cut of the Dead, that movie is clever. It's really clever. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Almost Famous, it's fun. It's not bad. Dragon Ball Mystical Adventure, I don't remember it. I just remember because the thing is, and the next one is another Dragon Ball movie, Curse of the Blood Rubies. The reason they run together so much is because every Dragon Ball Z movie has the same premise. It's like a group of heroes like are on vacation or they're hanging out or they're just having time off, and then like they encounter like a force that's stronger than them, and then uh like a couple of them decide like to fight this bad guy who's wrecking havoc, and then they realize they're in over their heads, and then they get help from their buddies to stop the bad guy, and that's how all of them go. Okay, next one, A Fistful of Dollars. Really fun movie. It's a fistful of dollars. It's a Clint Eastwood spaghetti western. It's good. A Million Little Pieces. For being a movie based on a fabricated story with a lot of controversy, it's not bad. Ginger and Rosa, another A24 movie. I was surprised this one was PG-13 because it was pretty mature for a PG-13. It's not bad. It's good. It's just a little melodramatic for me. The Lost Boys. It's a fun movie. It's a classic. Green Room, super intense, awesome movie. I love Blue Ruin. This one was cool. In My Skin. I was anticipating this one a lot, and I was disappointed. It's not that great. It's another disturbing, gory movie. Jennifer's Body, another guilty pleasure movie. It's so much fun. Lots of quotable moments. It's a good one. Mid-90s, I hated it, you know, and unpopular opinion, I thought it was garbage. Really terrible movie. My Spy, it was cute. Slice, it was average. Blazing Saddles, I didn't think it was as funny as people made it out to be, but I mean, it's not really my sense of humor, but yeah, it's all right. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, it's another guilty pleasure movie. It's fun. Opera by Dario Argento. That one was suspenseful. I don't like it as much as Deep Red, but it was cool. The whole needles by the eyeballs, that was intense, and it had some cool twists. Plan 9 from Outer Space. You know it's bad, but you know you like it. Wave Twisters. It's like a hip hop music video type movie, and it's a quick watch. It was really visually entertaining. Cool music, cool animation. I liked it. Krisha by what's his face? He did It Comes at Night. Trey, like Edwards or something. I think that's his name. Sorry. That one was really good. I liked it a lot. I wish the copy that I rented was better quality because it was kind of out of sync, but I got the gist of it. I loved it. There was a movie I watched a few years back. I think it was called Diane, and it felt like it was kind of trying to be a Krisha copy. And I saw Diane before I saw Krisha, and you know, Krisha is much better. I want to rewatch Diane one of these days, but Krisha was really good. The Endless Summer. That's a fun movie. It's a classic. I don't think like too many people have seen it. They just know the poster because it's in every college dormitory. Excuse me. Saving Private Ryan. That's a good movie. Come and See. Another one that I immediately put on my new favorites list. It's one of the only movies, if not the only movie, to like have me cry myself to sleep after watching it and give me nightmares. It was terrifying. It's a yeah. I'm speechless. New Breed by Stephen Grew. He also did 150 Miles. It's no comment. Sucked. The X-Files. It's a fun movie, and I feel like some of it predicted coronavirus. Buried. It was good for the first 20 minutes, but it just dragged on. It would have been better as a short film. Primer. That movie is a mindfuck, and you guys know it if you know what I'm talking about. It's awesome. I loved it. House of a Thousand Corpses. It's a guilty pleasure movie. I had fun watching it. It's a mix of every 70s horror movie rolled into one. Midori, the anime movie. It was really disturbing. and creepy and weird, but it was also well done. So there's that. White Zombie. I was bored watching it. The Old Dark House. It was alright. I quote a certain scene from it all the time. Puss in Boots from 1993. It's like a bootleg Disney Chinese wannabe. It's bad. Blood the Last Vampire. It was fun. It was a cool one. The Burning Hell, terrible movie. It's the Christian scare movie. It's terrible. Fun in Balloon Land. That is by far the worst movie I've seen in my life. It's only 50 something minutes. It took me forever to get through because it felt like 3 hours and it is nightmare fuel. Dolls from the 80s. Fun movie. Dragon Ball Z, Broly Second Coming. I don't remember it. Oh, this one. The Party at Kitty and Studs. If you are not familiar with it, it was Sylvester Stallone's first movie, I think, next to Bananas with Woody Allen. The Party at Kitty and Studs is a softcore porn film that starred Sylvester Stallone of Rocky, and that's about it. I was curious. I wanted to see what it was all about. Listening to Sylvester Stallone moan is one of the funniest things I've ever experienced. The Human Centipede 2. I haven't seen the first one. I saw this one. Don't know why I watched this one first. I found a color version of it. It's really gross and it doesn't know when to stop. Not that great. This is post-quarantine, I guess. I didn't know when post-quarantine was. Number 172, Nico Daruma, or Tumbling Doll of Flesh. That one, didn't know when to stop. It was really gross. It's an extreme film. A lot of extreme gore buffs like it. Not a fan. Deep Ocean, The Lost World of the Pacific. It's a documentary. I liked it. Hamilton, I got bored quick. I don't like musicals that often. But people liked it, so. Necromantic from Germany, the 80s film. I don't remember too much of it, actually, because I was tired when I watched it. So that may be one to rewatch, maybe not. It was alright from what I remember. Pitch Black, so funny story behind this real quick. For like 8 years, my friend, who I was going to visit a few days later before I watched this movie, because I was in California, had told me for several years, for like 8 years, to watch Pitch Black, and I never did, and so I finally watched it. It's a fun movie. It's cool for a 2000s movie. It's just dumb, fun, Hollywood, blah, blah, brainless action. The Cell with Jennifer Lopez and Vincent D'Onofrio. That was a cool movie. It's kind of brainless, kind of stupid, but the visuals were awesome. It felt like a 90s music video. Sausage Party, it was stupid, and it only made me laugh a few times. Dogora, it's like a Japanese monster movie. It felt like two different movies rolled into one, and it was kind of sloppy. A Monster Calls, another one that I have added to my new favorites list. I cried like a bitch. Lost Soul, The Doom Journey of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Moreau. So this could have been a good documentary. It felt kind of disjointed, and I wanted to know more stuff about it. It didn't talk about David Thewlis, like the main actor, and I wish they would have done that, but it's okay. It was all right. Dora and the Lost City of Gold, I liked it more than I thought I would. The Terminator, again, first time watch, sue me. It's good. You know it's good. Death Metal Zombies. So this movie was bad, but what I loved about it is it embraced its schlockiness, and it knew how to please the audience with, like, a low budget, I guess. You know, it had, like, all this goofy gore and goofy moments. Like, it had this goofy guy in this like Richard Nixon mask, like stabbing people. It has zombies, it has boobs, it has all sorts of rock and metal music. Like some guy gets stabbed in the butthole. It's a fun movie. It's so stupid. I loved it. Where are we? Child's Play, 1988. You're gonna hate me for this. I like the 2019 version better, and I'm not just saying that. I honestly thought the 2019 version was like exponentially better than the original. Fast Food Nation. It's a good movie. Disturbing. I stopped eating fast food for a while, and I went vegetarian for a day after watching it. Twisted Pair, another Neil Breen movie. It's perfect. It's beautiful. I love it. Pet Sematary, 1989. Again, I like the 2019 version better. I thought it was way creepier. I thought this one was just kind of cheesy. Jesus Camp. It's disturbing. It's a documentary about brainwashed children. My Life as a Zucchini. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful movie. Bambi. Lion King ripped it off hardcore. It's alright. Black Swan, another one I've added to my new favorites. Like I said, I love Darren Aronofsky. It's just a really trippy, dark, weird movie. It's a lot like Perfect Blue. It's basically Darren Aronofsky's love letter to Perfect Blue. Vivarium, it was a good movie. I liked it. And it's, some people don't like it, but kind of what I expected. The Insufferable Gru, a documentary about Stephen Grew, the guy I was talking about, who did like New Breed and 150 Miles. It's a okay documentary. What's his face? Stephen Grew is not an easy person to root for, and in the end, I kind of ended up, I don't want to say hating him, but like disliking him. And I mean, I've wanted to check out his other stuff. I've like checked out his YouTube channel. He's a joke. No offense, but he's not good, and he's kind of he's not my favorite. And this video isn't meant to slander him, but it's my personal opinion. The New Mutant, it was terrible, and I hated it. It was the first movie in a long time I'd like finally seen in theaters. It was really bad. The accents were terrible. Anya Taylor-Joy was like trying to be Russian, and she sounded South American. And then Charlie Heaton sounded terrible trying to do a Southern accent. People say Queen's Gambit is good with Anya Taylor-Joy, and I liked her in Split and The Witch, but like after watching that, I'm like, is she though? Where are we? This one. The Life and Death of a Porno Gang. Okay, despite the title, this movie is really good. I liked it a lot. It's disturbing. I'm sad because the movie A Serbian Film kind of took its thunder, and because this movie takes place in Serbia, and it deals with snuff films, but I thought it was really good. Way better than A Serbian Film. Not as disturbing, but it's still really disturbing, and it was effective as fuck. Really good, unpolished, just great movie. Our Hospitality with Buster Keaton. It was boring. Slow West. It's an A24 Western movie, and the message is basically don't be a simp or you will get killed. Tenet. I watched it 4 times in theaters because it was like the only thing playing. I liked it. It took a while for me to fully get it, and I still don't understand it, but I liked it. Bill and Ted Face the Music. It was a funny movie. It's good to see those guys back. Following by Christopher Nolan. It's a cool one. I liked it a lot. It's one of my favorite Chris Nolan movies actually now. There's actually a lot of references to his future movies, because there's a Batman sticker, and you see you see the Batman sticker. There's a guy named Cobb, Inception. Thought that was cool. I'm thinking of Ending Things. That movie was depressing. It made me think of a lot of stuff, and I was like, ooh, whoa. It was trippy also. I liked it. Dead Man's Letters. It's a Russian movie. It was really good. It's really sad. I liked it though. Just really sad. The Village by M. Night Shyamalan. It's not as bad as everyone says it is. It's just unconventional. It's different. It's all right. It's goofy. Until the Light Takes Us, it's a documentary about Norwegian black metal. It's needlessly like it just shows how pretentious black metal is and how it's like you're not a true black metal fan unless you do this, and it kind of made me hate Norwegian black metal because of how pretentious they are and just how they're always trying to be edge lords. So I mean, check it out. Regurgitated Sacrifice. That movie was disgusting. I've can finally say I've watched all the movies of the Vomit Gore trilogy. And if you don't know what that is, it's a Canadian gore trilogy made by a Canadian guy who loves gore and nudity and bugs and vomit and piss and bugs and I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. Rock and Rule. That's a cool movie. Underrated. I wish more people liked it. We Are the Flesh. That movie was so weird. It's borderline pornography, if I'm being honest, but it was also kind of cool, you know, had some Jodorowsky, Jasper Noé vibes. You know, there were parts where it would like turn into this weird sex scene and then it like turned into a music video and then it'd just be these weird trippy colors, and as soon as I started to like think I knew what was going on, it would take like a left turn and just be like, okay, no, that's where we're going now. Over the Garden Wall was a cool movie, or miniseries. I liked it. The Fly, from 1986. It's gross. It's a Cronenberg movie, but yeah, it was all right. I liked it. Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978. That movie actually kind of creeped me out. The dog with the human face was disturbing. I did not like that one bit. The Last House on the Left from 1972. It still holds up. It's disturbing and it gave me anxiety. I liked that one a lot, actually. Trick or Treat. That is a fun movie. I loved Trick or Treat. That's going to be... I'm going to watch that one every Halloween from now on. The Lords of Salem. I underestimated how scary that movie was going to be. I honestly thought it was terrifying, you know, and, you know, I thought to myself, it's Rob Zombie, and he's not that great and stuff, and I watched the movie and I was like, that's actually really creepy. That's just me, though. It kind of got to me, man. Ooh, it was weird. The Wolfman, the original, it's cool. I liked the Wolfman. The Exorcist, also first time watch, sue me. It was cool. It still holds up. Also, I see why people call it one of the scariest movies of all time. It's creepy. I also saw where Ari Aster got some of his inspirations for Hereditary. So, Fateful Findings by my boy Neil Breen. That's probably his funniest movie ever. It's got so many quotable moments and it's beautiful. Dark Knight, not the Christopher Nolan movie, the Tim Sutton movie from 2016. It was at Sundance. That movie, I liked it. It didn't work for everyone because it's, you know, it's minimalistic. There's not a lot of dialogue. People expected it to kind of be like the movie Elephant by Gus Van Sant because this one is inspired by the Aurora, Colorado theater shootings, hence the name Dark Knight, like Dark Knight Rises. I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was eerie. It sent a good message. I liked it. The Conjuring, another movie I underestimated on how scary it was. Like, that one freaked me out. Me and my friend watched it together, and we were both sufficiently scared. I had to walk her to her car. She was freaked out. Sebastian's Unholy Flesh by Dakota Ray. I watched one of Dakota's movies back in 2019, and I did a review of it, and this guy gets super upset when people do not give his movies positive reception. This one was probably the best movie he's made, which is not saying anything at all, because this movie was still hot trash. And, you know, he's just super narcissistic, and he has a very inflated ego, and he is just, you know, he wants to be the center of attention and he wants validation. The movie sucks. Let's see. Honest Thief. It was kind of stupid. Liam Neeson movie. Kind of stupid. SpongeBob, the newest one. It was a disappointment. It threw away all the logic and all the lore of SpongeBob and replaced it with something else. It's terrible. The War Game from 1966. That one was informative. I loved it. It was disturbing also. Made during the Cold War. Disturbing, effective. Yeah, I liked it. Baraka, visually incredible, visually rich, just amazing, beautiful movie. Annabelle, no, it's not that great. The sequel, however, which I've watched this year, won't go over it in this list because I watched it in 2021, not 2020. That one was good. Number 229. Stay with me, guys. We're almost done. Limbo. It was like an independent movie I found on Amazon Prime, and it's garbage. It's basically a home movie. It sucked. Freaky with Vince Vaughn. It was a fun movie. I saw it with friends at the theater. It was a lot of fun. RoboCop, the original, not the 2014 version. This movie is back to a simpler time, just when movies could be fun, when movies could just, have a lot of explosions, a lot of gore, people getting their arms blown off, and you wouldn't have to worry about people being like, oh, that's so messed up, it's causing our children to be violent, blah, blah, blah. It's just back when movies were movies, man. It was fun. Black Tulip, another wannabe Chinese knockoff Disney movie. Terrible. The Spooky Pumpkin, another Amazon Prime independent film that somehow got on there. It sucked. Microwave Massacre, it's a 80s movie with a lot of boobies. And it's like a 80s schlock horror movie with lots of boobies, tatas, and tits. It was bad. Pavilion, another one by Nick Sutton, who did Dark Knight. I liked this one because it was kind of if Gummo was cute and existential. It's one of those movies that's very simplistic and very minimalistic, and it just shows you how life really is, just slice of life, day in the life of just people. Not a whole lot of dialogue. When people talk, it's kind of faint, and I loved it. It was kind of a fly-on-the-wall approach to things. It's a beautiful movie. I loved it. Apocalypto by Mel Gibson. It's a cool movie. It was unrealistic and kind of goofy, but I gotta give props to Mel Gibson for the sound design, the costume design, and the fact that they're speaking the indigenous language. I thought that was really cool, so kudos to him for that. Fiddler on the Roof. I know I just said I don't like musicals, but I had been wanting to see this one for some time, and I loved it. It's beautiful. I cried, I laughed. I saw it in theaters, of course. It was really good. Dr. No, James Bond. These movies are addictive. They're a lot of fun. They're colorful. They were basically the Marvel movies of the 60s, and, they're great. The Conjuring 2, it's not as scary as the first Conjuring, but I liked it. It was fun. I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's fun, and it had a cool soundtrack. It's not that great, but I enjoyed watching it. Wish Upon, really stupid movie, and that's why I liked watching it, because it was stupid. Fishing with Gandhi. So this is like an unknown movie. It's virtually unknown, and it's an independent comedy from 1998, and it was basically Napoleon Dynamite before Napoleon Dynamite was a thing. And this movie is disgustingly underrated because of how stupid funny it is. Like stupid. Like it's stupid. It's like really stupid humor, but it's hilarious. It's the perfect 3 a.m. type movie that you would just watch either drunk, high, or sleep deprived, because it is so stupid. It's funny though. It's on Prime. Look it up. Fishing with Gandhi. The Proposition from 2005. It's my new favorite Christmas movie. Bloody Western fun. I love Ray Winstone. I love Guy Pearce.
Emily Watson's awesome, great movie. I Spit on Your Grave from 1978. It's good. Not as good as Last House on the Left if we're comparing rape and revenge movies from the 70s, but it's good. The Road to Wellville. I enjoyed watching that one. It was goofy. It was fun. The Devil Wears Prada. I didn't like it that much. Wings of Desire. Beautiful, beautiful movie. Rich black and white callbacks to, German expressionism. Soul by Disney. It was cute. I liked it. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. It's a classic. Eyes Wide Shut. Just what the fuck. It was weird, but I loved it. I wish there was more explanation to the cult in it, but no. So that sucked. And then the last one, number 251, Spree with Joe Keery. Me and my friend watched it together, and I'm pretty sure they didn't hire a script supervisor because there were so many continuity errors in that movie, and the constant, going like this and stuff, and going like that, and going vertical, going horizontal, going vertical, going horizontal, upside down, this, that, everything. It was so annoying. I hated that. But it had fun moments. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be making one for 2021, unless the world ends. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. You have a good one.